The movie kicks off with our protagonist, Ushen, showing off his dance moves on the university stairs, hoping to score girls' numbers. Suddenly, a vibrant orange SUV pulls up and a strikingly handsome student named Zhao Fan steps out, instantly capturing the attention of nearby girls. As the university classes begin, the science professor, Ali, addresses the students, seeking volunteers for his new experiment. However, everyone seems unwilling and avoids helping him out. Professor Ali tries to persuade Danny to volunteer, but Danny remembers a previous failed experiment with a spider that caused him to develop allergies, so he politely declines. The professor then turns his attention to Zhao Fan, but he also refuses and tells him that he will volunteer another time. In the meantime, Ushen, the dancing enthusiast, enters class late. He apologizes for being late, but the professor decides to use this opportunity and asks him to help out with his experiment. With no choice, Ushen agrees despite many warnings from his classmates. He drinks his professor's potion, fearing for the worst, but nothing happens. The professor is all sad about the results, but suddenly, Ushen starts reacting to the weird liquid and soon becomes completely invisible. Everyone's amazed with Ushen's new look. So, taking advantage of the situation, our boy removes his clothes and playfully teases his classmates. He even manages to embarrass Danny in front of his crush by pulling out a condom from his pocket. Next, Ushen turns his mischievous attention to Zhao Fan, playfully taunting him before getting close to his own crush, Yu Chen. For the first time in his college life, Ushen's able to get real close to a person he's been longing for. Dude went from simp to a creepy invisible simp. Yu Chen senses this creepy presence close to her and quickly requests that the professor turn Ushen back to normal. However, much to everyone's shock, the professor hasn't yet developed an antidote, meaning Ushen will remain like that until the professor finds a solution. With Ushen now invisible, the entire class becomes all worried about their privacy being invaded. Zhao Fan then makes Ushen look bad by saying he might be a creep and will use his powers to peep at girls. This angers Ushen, so he attacks Zhao Fan, and the two almost get into a fight, but Yu Chen stops him. Now after class, Ushen, who's still invisible, and his friends start talking about the benefits of invisibility. They get to brainstorming mischievous ideas, such as peeking at girls while they shower and being the school's superhero. However, Ushen ends up deciding to seek revenge on Zhao Fan instead. So the next day, he playfully trips Zhao Fan, causing him to stumble, and pulls the dress of a girl walking in front of him, causing him to get slapped by her. An angry Zhao Fan, unable to fight back against this invisible enemy, warns him that he'll seek revenge one day. Now at night, Ushen secretly follows his crush and her friends back to their dormitory. He hangs a necklace at her door and gently knocks before leaving. Her friend Xiao Mei opens the door and discovers the necklace with no one there. She tells Yu Chen about it, who quickly realizes that Ushen was the mysterious visitor. Now the following day, as the girls are leaving their dormitory for class, they're shocked to find a board filled with condoms at their gate, with Ushen's name on it. Xiao Mei gets all angry at Ushen because he's teasing her about the condom prank he did the day before with Danny, so the girls go to find him. Along the way, they come across an invisible Ushen and his friends. Xiao Mei confronts him and immediately hits him for their disgusting prank. The boys try to explain that they didn't do the prank to her, but she doesn't believe him and continues hitting him. Just then, Ushen's powers suddenly stop working and he becomes visible to everyone. The girls see him in his birthday suit, call him a pervert, and leave. Later on, Ushen is all disappointed by the sudden loss of his power in front of his crush. He then tells him that it seems that his powers come on and off at random. So the next morning, Yu Chen and Zhao Fan bump into each other at the library when picking out the same book. Zhao Fan takes the opportunity to ask her out on a date, with Yu Chen agreeing to it. That night, Zhao Fan plans a romantic dinner on a yacht for Yu Chen and gives her a lavish necklace. However, she finds it too expensive and returns it back. Zhao Fan then offers her a toast, and the two start drinking the night away. Soon, Yu Chen starts feeling a little dizzy and loses consciousness. When Yu Chen awakens the next morning, she finds herself back in her room, with Xiao Mei and Kiki by her side. Xiao Mei tells her she passed out after drinking too much and was brought back by Ushen. This confuses Yu Chen because she was on a date with Zhao Fan, not Ushen. And then she remembers she has to do something, so she leaves. She goes to find Professor Ali and asks if he's alone. He says yes, but doesn't tell her that Ushen, who is now invisible again, is around. She tells him that she's worried about this guy as it seems his power keeps on coming on and off at random. She wonders if he's made an antidote for him yet. Professor says Ushen's powers are very unstable and will require more time to develop develop a serum. During this time, invisible Ushen accidentally coughs and Chen realizes he's around and quickly leaves in embarrassment, as he now knows her feelings for him. Later, the two meet up and Chen starts asking Ushen what happened last night. It's revealed that after Chen passed out, Xiao Fan tried to get frisky with her, but Ushen was following her, managed to save her from harm, and brought her back to her room. A touched Chen thanks him for his heroic act, and the two begin dating. As the days are passing, Chen and Ushen's love for each other continues to strengthen. One night while walking home, Danny gets surrounded by three gangsters, who mistakenly take him for someone else. They start attacking him, but suddenly Danny's crush, Xiao Mei, appears. She threatens the gangsters by ordering them around, and somehow they get frightened and leave, thus saving Danny's life, and the two begin a relationship. Well, looks like everyone's finding love except me. Now, the following morning, one of Chen's friends, Kiki, starts asking her if she likes Xiao Fan, but Chen tells her that she's together with Ushen, so her heart is only for him. Chen then realizes Kiki has a crush on the rich boy and encourages her to go after him. Wait, isn't that the same guy that was trying to get frisky with her? Why the hell would she encourage that? Okay, so later that day, Chen and Ushen have a date at the library. He then hands her a coin and jokingly says that since he can't control when he's visible or not, this coin will help her know if he's around when she can't see him. Chen knows her boyfriend is just joking, but is touched by the gesture. The two then leave for lunch. However, Kiki, watching that conversation, decides to take the coin suspiciously. She's up to no good. Meanwhile, a scheming Xiao Fan goes to hire a dancer to challenge Ushen for the prestigious title of Dance King. Not wanting to let this opportunity slip away, he goes to the professor and asks to be visible again. Not having the antidote ready, he gives Ushen a prototype serum and tells him that this serum will give him about an hour of visibility. He also warns him not to do any strenuous exercises, because that could lead him to be completely invisible forever. And my man's still going for the dance battle. Meanwhile, Kiki calls Chen and asks for help in finding a book at the library. As they look for that book, Kiki places Ushen's coin along with a note on one of the shelves. Chen soon comes across this and is excited to read that her boyfriend is downstairs waiting for her. Excited, Chen politely excuses herself from Kiki's company and rushes down the stairs, eager to meet Ushen. When she heads down there, she's shocked to see Xiao Fan instead. He tries to explain his friskiness that night. However, Chen doesn't accept his explanation and tries to leave, but Xiao Fan stalls for time as he asks her why she can't accept his love. In the meantime, Ushen arrives at his dance battle and manages to beat his opponent. However, as he's about to leave with his friends, another dancer asks him for another battle. All exhausted, Ushen declines that offer, but the dancer then shows Chen on his phone and threatens him to dance, or else his girlfriend will get hurt. With no choice, Ushen disregards the professor's warning and gets into another dance battle. Worried for Ushen, Xiao Mei quickly messages Chen and tells her about the serum and what's happening. She realizes it had been Xiao Fan's plan all along to make Ushen so tired that the serum would take effect and make him invisible forever. She quickly runs to find her lover. However, when she gets there, Ushen's already exhausted himself too greatly. The two quickly leave and Ushen starts realizing he doesn't have much time left, so he kisses Chen a final time and becomes invisible. The next day, Chen goes to Professor Ali and asks him for help. He tells her that Ushen only has 3 days before he completely disappears and becomes non-existent. Look at this guy, man. He's all about the bad news. She meets up with everyone and tells them this upsetting news. Upon hearing this, Kiki starts to feel guilty and reveals what she's done. She tells him that she's actually in a relationship with Xiao Fan, and she was the one who told him about this serum, and was the one who lured Chen to him. Chen gets upset and leaves. She then goes on to reminisce the good time she had with Ushen, and starts crying in despair. So now everyone can be seen worried for Chen, as they don't know where she'd gone. Kiki then arrives with some bad news and tells him Xiao Fan had gotten into a car accident. She said she went to go find him to explain everything, but a truck arrived, and in order to save Kiki, Xiao Fan pushed her away and took the hit. So now day 3 arrives, and a desperate Chen goes to find the professor, but sadly the antidote is still not ready, and he tells her the serum needs to turn from yellow to green. Seriously? This dude had a whole movie to make this serum. However, our girl this time doesn't listen to him and secretly steals the prototype serum and finds Ushen. She quickly finds out he might be in a dance studio, while overhearing students talk about a haunted studio. When she gets to this place, she tries to find Ushen. He tells her to carry on with life and forget about him, treating him as a memory memory. Super devastated, our girl starts crying, but just then one of her tears falls into the serum and it turns green. Man, our movie ends with Ushen finally regaining back to his physical form and holding Chen in his arms. Always a pleasure having you guys around. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you had a good time today, and get ready for the next one.